friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about the DEVOUR collection from Unearthly Cosmetics. This was their Halloween pre-order collection. I placed my order many months ago. So I bought this myself when they first announced the pre-order. I'm not an affiliate with Unearthly. They've sent me a few things in the past, but I don't have a code or anything. When I ordered this, I used Heather Austin's code. I know a few of my friends have affiliate codes, so I'm going to list those down in the description box. If you decide to purchase anything from Unearthly Cosmetics, definitely support my friends by using their affiliate codes. I try to rotate through all my friends' codes whenever I place my orders. This collection is $145 for the full box. When you order the full collection set, you get this cool PR box. Like I said, I bought this, so this is what you get when you place an order. This isn't like a YouTuber thing. So this is what the full collection looks like. This is $145, but like I said, I was able to use an affiliate code for this. It looks like they opened up a pre-order option for just the palette. I think a lot of people were asking for the palette to be sold separately. So there is a DEVOUR palette pre-order right now, and just the palette alone is priced at $60 US. So we're going to go through the entire collection. I'm going to show you close-ups, swatches. Of course, you'll get to see everything in action as well in a little application demo, and I'm going to give you all my thoughts along the way. This is a pretty large collection. There are 6 lip products with several different finishes. We have a little cheek palette, and then of course the eyeshadow palette. This is a 12-pan palette, mix of finishes in here too. I'm going to take you through all the details. Let's start with the cheek palette first.
First up is the DEVOUR Blush and Highlighter Duo. This has the exact same artwork on the actual palette as well as the box, and both the palette and the outer carton, the box that it comes in, have the ingredients list, which I like. I always appreciate having those ingredients handy. This is really cute. I like how it's spooky but still very glamorous, and I like that. It definitely fits the vibe for Unearthly Cosmetics. There is a small mirror inside this palette, and then you can see the shimmery blush shade called Slay is a marbled looking powder. And then we have the highlighter Delicate, which is a very sparkly golden color. I'm doing something a little bit different in this video. I'm showing you some live action swatches. I'll do that for everything except the eyeshadow palette. It's just too difficult to get them lined up properly and show everything nicely and show the brush swatches. But for the blush and highlighter and the lip products, I'm going to show you some live swatches. That way you can see what they actually look like going on. And here I'm layering these up a little bit just so that you can get a view of what they look like when they're more intensely applied. Personally, the highlighter is a little bit too glittery for my liking. I would prefer this more as like a wash of color eyeshadow, or maybe built up over like a creamy base to add some sparkle. But I don't really love glittery face products for myself. Now we're going to get into the lip products. First up is the lip oil. This is the shade Ruin, and according to the information on the website, this is their first ever lip oil. I found it to be very comfortable. It did have a little bit more of a sticky feeling to it in comparison to one of my favorite lip oils, which, don't judge me, is the Dior Lip Glow lip oil. I know that is really bougie, but I really like that one. And this one's just a teeny tiny bit thicker and stickier feeling in comparison to the Dior one. But it smells really good. It has a sweet, fruity scent to it. I can't quite put my finger on what scent it is, but it smells like candy. I really like it. I think it looks cute on. It's very comfortable. It felt great after doing all the lip swatches for this video as well. So I hope to see more lip oils from the brand in the future, because I would definitely be interested in picking up some other shades if they ever released them. Now we're going to look at the lip glosses. We have 2 lip gloss shades here. First is this duochrome brownish green shade called Predator. This is my favorite of the two. I like the finish on this a little bit more. It's less shimmery and more shifty and metallic looking on the lips. So I prefer it over the pink gloss called Havoc. And I also just think this is such a cool, different type of lip product in my personal collection. And it ended up looking really cool with my green eyeshadow look today as well. So I just preferred Predator over this one called Havoc. This one is definitely giving me ultra Barbie vibes, which I also like. It's just not my favorite type of color, and I don't like a really, really super glittery type of lip product. I don't mind a more subtle shimmer, but these are very bold glitter shimmers. So they don't feel gritty or bad on the lips. It's just the look that I personally don't prefer. I will say I really like the planning as far as doing a green gloss and a pinkier gloss to go for the two different rows of the eyeshadow palette. One is decidedly more warm reds, purples, and the other half of the palette, the bottom row, is a lot more green centric. So it feels like these lip colors were very intentionally selected to work with different eye looks that you could do from the palette. And I like that. I love that type of planning. I like that type of thought and intentionality that I believe has gone into this release. Of the three lip formulas, I think the satin liquid lipsticks are my favorite formula wise. These are very creamy and smooth as they apply. They are not completely transfer proof, but they are long wearing. And as long as you're not eating or drinking, these don't need a lot of touching up. And I find them to be incredibly comfortable. They're not matte, so they don't have that dry, tight, I feel like my lips are going to crack type of feeling. But they are, as you can see, very opaque. They have a great coverage. I wouldn't go quite so far as to say that they feel hydrating, but they definitely don't feel dehydrating. So, as long as you start off in a good place with your lips being moisturized, then these are not going to make the lips feel dry. At least they don't for me, and I have very dry skin. I also have what is considered to be more mature skin since I am about to turn 38. And through my mid and late 30s, my dry skin has definitely escalated. Now, luckily, I've been able to keep pace with finding a good skincare routine and investing in products that really work for me. But I am prone to experience a lot of dryness. And if lip products are too dehydrating, they just feel terrible. I'm too old to not be comfortable anymore. At least that's how I feel. So I really like this product as that happy medium. These aren't my particular best, most flattering colors, especially not Destroy and Yummy. But I like that they did it. I like that they went for weird, grungy, funky colors. It fits with the collection, it fits with Halloween, it fits with the Unearthly brand. And I do think it's something people want to see. I like to see it, and these aren't even going to be my go to colors. Except for the last shade called Chomp, I actually love the way that it looks on me. I know I say this every time I review a super deep, dark, vampy liquid lipstick in particular, but I love this. I actually think it looks so flattering, and I absolutely would wear this again. I'm going to go see The Addams Family, like a stage production of The Addams Family, and this might be the perfect lip color for me. So let me know what you think. Maybe I should do a getting ready to see The Addams Family live on stage makeup get ready with me. I'm rambling. Let's talk about the eyeshadow palette now. This is the DEVOUR palette. It has both eyeshadows and pressed pigments, so make sure you pay attention to that. Some folks are sensitive to certain pigments. They may stain, they may cause irritation, so make sure that you double check the ingredients list and patch test where applicable. I always recommend that. When in doubt, patch test it out, okay? Your eyes are not the place to figure it out. Like I mentioned previously, we have two very distinct rows with different color stories here. The top row has red, purple, brown, definitely more warm type of tones. And then on the lower row, we have a lot of green centric shades. Both rows are still very cohesive. In my opinion, all of these shadows work well together. They make a lot of sense together. You can easily mix and match these color stories, but I really like that there are two distinct color stories in each row because I think that's going to make it more approachable and more user friendly for somebody who is using this palette to experiment a little bit more with their eye looks. And as you can see, all the shadows together, they look really nice. They look like they make sense together. I do think that we're missing something here. It seems like a lot of mid tones, and there is an obvious sprinkling of lighter shades, but they're all those really topper type of duochrome colors. Something is in between is missing. I wish that we had gone a little bit more variety. Like, for example, I think some of these reds are a little bit too similar, and all of the shadows here, the first five ones, are very similar in tone. And then, kind of the same thing with the lighter shades. So something is not quite hitting perfectly for me, but this is, we have to be very, very picky when it comes down to doing an in-depth review like this. Overall, I think it's really pretty. The shadows are nice. I don't have any complaints performance-wise. I do think that the shimmers are outperforming the mattes in this palette, but not by much. Especially once it's on the eye, everything works really nicely. But, it's my job to get down into the nitty-gritty, and that's what I'm doing. But overall, I don't think that there's anything severely wrong with the palette. It just seems like a couple of shades would be tweaked in a perfect world for me. But like I always say, that's just one girl's opinion. Now you're going to see some of these products in action. First up is the Slay blush. I do prefer the blush over the highlighter. I'm just not a sparkly, glittery face highlight type of person. I like shimmer, I like glow. I just don't like glitter particles visible on my face. So that's just a personal preference. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's bad. I think there are a lot of people who will really like this type of formula and this type of highlighter, and that's great. I love that for you. It's just not the perfect thing for me. The blush is cute though, so this is very 50-50 for me. Now we're going to move on to the eye look. Of course, I'm first priming my lids with my matte eye primer from Ulta. I, as usual, was deciding my eye look on the fly. I don't often have a plan. I usually just kind of go where the vibes take me. And since I was wearing these snake earrings today, I decided to go with the green. I, of course, am very attracted to purple eyeshadow. It's my favorite eyeshadow color to wear. So I very nearly went for a brown, burgundy, purple type of look because it is so fall-tastic. But I do feel like this all green, very, very in your face green eyeshadow look was just the riskier way to go and the more out of the box, out of the comfort zone for me direction to take the eye look. So that's just where I went with it. I felt like playing, experimenting, and I knew I was going to be trying on some really funky, cool lip colors. So I thought, let's do an eye look that is deserving of all of these funky, cool lip colors. And it ended up being such an awesome look and way less out there than I expected once I actually put it on, especially because I feel like the shimmers became the star of the show. It really made this super bright, what I call Slimer green shade that I used for my original transition color. It made that not seem as bold and out there and, wacky for lack of a better word, just because that's not the type of color I typically wear. I love to wear green, but I'm not usually wearing this bright Slimer green. Even at this point in the eye look, as I'm building out this spotlight type of shape using these green matte shades, I wasn't sure that this was going to come together into a look that I was actually going to really like, just because these are much more bold greens than I usually go for, and I knew it was going to be monochromatic, so I thought it was going to be maybe too overwhelming, not quite me and my style. But once I started layering up these shimmer shades, it really came together for me in a way that feels still experimental, but also definitely still feels true to my style. I'm just such a shimmer girl, and once I started piling these shimmers on, blending them together to really highlight that center spotlight point on the eye, it felt like the look really gelled together. After blending and layering a lot of these shades together, I do still feel like the shimmers are a little bit more high achieving than the mattes, but I also think that these mattes perform a lot better actually applied to the eyelid with brushes while being blended than they did in just a straight up swatch on the arm. I think the swatches didn't really do justice to how nice and pigmented and blendable these matte shades really are. So I was more and more impressed with the actual eyeshadows the longer that I used them, to the point where applying and wearing these eyeshadows made me think twice about going back and grabbing some of their other fall offerings. I know that they have a new fall magic palette out, and there was another one, Sorceress Smoke, I believe it's called. I was eyeing those up on the website, but I wasn't quite sure if I would pull the trigger. After using these, I am definitely contemplating that purchase even more because I was really happy with how the shadows worked out for me. I would say, as far as this entire collection goes, the lip products overall are my favorites. I do like everything in general. If I had to rank them, I would say lip products, the satins first, then the lip oil, then the glosses, then the eyeshadow palette, then the cheek duo. But I don't think any of those things are really bad. It's just in terms of what am I most likely to grab tomorrow. That's sort of how I like to do a ranking like that. But at the end of the day, everything was really fun, pretty. I like my look. Definitely a win overall for the Devour collection for me.
That's it for the DEVOUR collection. I would love to hear your thoughts on these pieces. Are you interested in this collection? Are you interested in maybe just the palette pre-order? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Now that it's getting cold sometimes, I have had terrible dry skin. All of a sudden, no me gusta. My little snake earrings look so cute with this green eyeshadow. Love it. What was I talking about? Did I already say that? I feel like I already said that. Predator. Yikes. She is very glittery. Okay, let's try Destroy. Don't think I'm gonna love this one for me, but I love that they're like going there with a weird color, you know? It's giving wet cement. Don't love it for me, but it's still interesting. It really matches my earrings. Okay, this is Destroy. It's giving Elphaba. Last one. My lips are stained green. Meh. I can't wait to put that lip oil back on after lip swatching. My lips are stained. I'm gonna have to go exfoliate my little lippies. For sure. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Fine. It's fine. I got the new Huda palette. I'm so excited. That's the next thing I'm filming. Where was I? Oh yeah, I need to do lip swatches. Okay. This lip oil smells really good, but I can't tell what it smells like. Sweet, fruity. Is it grape? I don't know. Hold on. Let's look on the website. Maybe it tells me. Let's see what it says. Halloween collection. It doesn't say. Description. Exclusive, never before seen lip item. Okay, so it doesn't say the scent here. It does say that they have a YouTube reveal video, so that information might be in there, but I don't want to watch their video before I do my video. What? What are you talking about? I try not to watch other videos before I make my video because I don't want anybody's phrases or opinions or viewpoints to get stuck in my head before I have a chance to do my own review, but then I'll go and watch stuff. Okay, that's it. I did it. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I'm really excited because I'm about to go eat some sushi for lunch, and that sounds amazing, and I'm really hungry. So I gotta go do that now. But I love your faces. Each and every one of them are so beautiful and special and magical, and I will see you real soon in another video. Okay, bye!